Carl Miereck. Do I say that right, Carl?
Yeah, that's right.
Good morning. So you're over there by Ventura's. Am
Yep.
I? Not to mention another restaurant, but
Yep, right
hey,
on the same,
there's a reason why
intersection.
McDonald's parks, and then all of a sudden Burger King comes along right next to it, because it's good to have more in the neighborhood. That's always good.
Right.
But I've seen your place and have always wondered what's happening. It's local farm to table. And explain what it is that you guys do over there.
So first impression, a lot of people think it's a hardware store or maybe a farm
I love the
supply
building.
store.
The building's beautiful, though.
Yeah,
it's a really nice building.
actually the former East Utica Library.
I was going to say, I
So
thought that's why I used
it has
to.
a lot of history. There's a working fireplace, all wood floors, so it's really aesthetically nice. And we're a small cafe and grocer. And what we do is we buy from all local farms everything that we can. So vegetables, meat, dairy.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's really good.
What's your menu? Like, what do you serve?
It's sort of like brunch food all day. So we're from 8 to 2.
Okay.
And it's French toast. You can have a burger for breakfast if you want. I'm not going to stop you.
That's really cool.
So, just
and
eggs,
it's all,
things like that.
I think we really are big in this just because there's so many stories out there about all the chemicals being put into stuff.
Right,
you know.
right. It's kind of a way for people to be more closely connected to the farmers that are growing their food.
Yeah.
We're just one step removed from actually buying straight from the farmer, and we're kind of providing a more convenient service than trying to coordinate with them directly.
So you're located at it's 900 Lansing, which is over by, if you don't mind, it's over by Ventura's, which is also a great restaurant in the area. But tonight you're doing what do we?
A lecture?
A lecture.
talk
Lecture.
of
It's the
some
word
s-
I'm looking
of
for.
some
Yeah.
sort? Yeah.
A lecture. You're going to be talking about farm to local food, that sort of thing.
Right, yeah. So I'm going to kind of discuss my background, how the local came to be, and kind of some of the factors that have changed agriculture over the last 100 years, and how that's kind of affected farms and the way we eat.
Got it. And what are you? Do you come from the farming community? Are you?
I actually grew up on a small dairy farm in
okay.
Westernville, just outside of Rome.
Got it. So it all makes sense. And so you know how the struggle farmers can
absolutely.
struggle. But
Yeah.
there's also a new wave of farmers today that are really talking. Thinking about producing, growing things, and in some cases hydroponics. I mean, it's a different world today.
Right. There's a lot of niches you can find through direct marketing where you're not kind of beholden to a larger company that you have to kind of work with.
Yeah.
Directly marketing, you can make a lot more profit from your produce. It does create challenges for the farmers. Half the battle is marketing their produce, so we try and eliminate that and take all of that marketing into our own house.
You mentioned you could have a burger in the morning. One of the things that I learned early on from a beef expert who said, don't always make sure your hamburger, when you have a hamburger, make sure it's well done. Not everybody likes it well done.
Right.
But the reasoning is for that is because when you buy it and it's a nationally produced type product, you're getting a little bit from this cow, a little bit from here, a little bit from Mexico, a little bit from somewhere else, and it's all mixed together. Mm-hmm. So you can't trace anything back. Whereas when you do like something, it's come from where it came from.
Right.
It came from a cow.
If it's going through a major slaughterhouse, there's so many animals moving through there a day that all of their kind of bacteria potentially is mixing together. Mm-hmm. So if you're dealing with a smaller slaughterhouse and likely more sterile conditions on the farms coming from small farms.
It's a different deal.
You can kind of eliminate some of that risk.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be risk when you're grinding meat and mixing it all together.
Sure. Yeah.
You can have a rare steak, and that surface of the steak has never touched any foreign bacteria until it's been sliced into. Yeah. But with ground beef, it's all mixed together. But it is a little less risky, I'd dare to say, from local farms.
You said you grew up on a dairy farm. Does your family still own it? Does it still exist as a dairy farm?
We still have the land. My uncle's farm is right next door, and they've kind of taken over our fields and things. But
I see a lot of that today.
Is it still a dairy farm or no?
It's not quite a dairy farm. Our barn is empty, but there's still dairy cows on the field. So it's just kind of general consolidation that's happened across the industry.
A lot of times the farm that didn't go out of business basically will rent field space and
it's a way for them to get bigger.
All right, interesting stuff, Carl. Really great. So you're going to be speaking over at MV. You'll be at the Rome campus at 6 p.m. tomorrow at the Utica campus at 2 p.m.
Yes.
And your restaurant is located, it's called, again, the Local Farm to Table, and it's located at 900 Lansing Street in
Correct.
Utica. Okay, good stuff.